Issue 9. We start out with Sonic and friends being sent not to the future, but to Emerald Hill looking perfectly fine. I mean, you think if they're sent that far into the future, it would be completely destroyed. Sonic naturally lampshades this, asking the AI guy why he was able to disobey Robotnik and let them go to the special zone when Eggman had taken control of it completely. The weirdly human-faced AI Omni says that Eggman's orders were sloppy, as he told him to get rid of the heroes, which he did. He admits that he didn't actually disobey him, and then they get attacked by badniks, a type of which they've never seen before apparently. Sonic tries to attack one with the spin attack and complains that these badniks are tough, and he runs away from them, getting the idea that if he gets them mad by taunting them cruelly, he'll get them to do something stupid in their berserk rage. He says, "You badniks are pathetic, you know that? I've never met one of you rust buckets that could shoot straight. Hopeless. Look, how about if I make it easy for you? I'll come down where you can get a better shot at me." That last sentence was priceless. It's brimming with condescension. One of the badniks tells him to shoot him, calling him an idiot for some reason, and this insult enrages the badnik into turning on the one who insulted him. Why would they be programmed with the free will or something to be able to do that without inconvenience Eggman? This ends up freeing the animals, who can also talk, and say that Sonic had apparently vanished for 6 months and they all thought that he had died. So Sonic was sent ahead in the future only 6 months? Either way, even only 6 months should have been more than enough time for Eggman to completely wreck the nature of Emerald Hill Zone instead of having it look perfectly fine. Johnny No Personality explains that he tricked Eggman by only sending him ahead 6 months. Okay, why not just 1 month then, or 1 week? 6 is excessive. Either way, they discover that Green Hill Zone is full of pictures of Eggman's face, but considering that the lush grass is still there instead of the whole place being polluted, Sonic's threat to Eggman that he'll get him for this seems melodramatic. He could have done a whole lot worse. Then bullshit happens, as I'm expected to believe that there's an animal Moby in this village who wasn't put into a badnik, and the robot is telling him that he should have reported to Chemical Plant yesterday. If he put him in a badnik, that absence wouldn't have happened. What, did Eggman run out of badniks? He says his wife was sick yesterday and he's threatened with death, which he is brave enough to respond to by pointing out that death is always the punishment, and not being put in a badnik for some reason. Sonic is able to defeat it with a spin dash at its chest, and he says that he's holding back against the badniks because he doesn't want to kill the people trapped inside. So attacking them while spinning like a giant buzzsaw is holding back? Attacking at the speed of sound? Just addressing that he's worried about this happening makes me wonder why it hasn't happened yet. The Mobian reassures Sonic that these are just robots with nobody in them, so he smacks them apart with a spin dash and punches one of them to destruction. He then gives Eggman a death threat from the other side of the camera. Eggman assumes he escaped his trap when no, he was sent to the future and he should know that. And he reveals predictably that he conquered the whole planet in Sonic's absence, and yet still didn't get rid of the grass with pollution oddly enough. This issue is by Nigel Kitching. It was about Sonic being sent only a couple months into the future, where Emerald Hill is inexplicably just as green and grassy as before, and the only difference is it's been taken over by robots, who for some reason don't put the people into robots and just make them work as they are instead. The whole turnout of Eggman taking over the world was confusing. Sonic being sent away for 6 months does justify how he took over the whole world, but I'd imagine him taking over the whole world to be a lot more pollution heavy than this. Especially with no one else really fighting him. The world would have been doomed by that point. If the AI could get away with sending him as far to the future as he wanted, or as not far, why not just a week or a month? He went overboard. Though I thought it'd be years ahead, not months. This was enough time for Eggman to conquer the world with better robots, but not enough time for him to pollute Emerald Hill Zone. Obviously I don't want it to be polluted, but I expected him to make it look all metallic-like a Sonic CD Bad Future scenario to really drive the point home. Even 6 months should have been enough for him to ruin all of the nature on the planet, but whatever. They really should have just said like 3 months instead.